shit, I would meant to post some videos on it too. We're live.
We're live.
We're live. Oh, we're
Uh,
live.
what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Black Therapy Show. Thank you so much for joining us here on another Sunday. Tiffany, how is your mom? I asked you earlier. Everyone wants to know.
God is good. Hopefully, she'll be coming home in a few weeks. We will find out some type of discharge by this week. So God is good. Keep praying for us for strength. Keep praying for me because I'm tired, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm tired. And I'm planning for my birthday. So it's just like, oh God. Cav, your birthday too. A Sagittarius up in the house.
Yeah, Sagittarius up in the house. So your mom's coming home. That's good. So you're gonna have to stop all these
Yeah,
wild house parties. You're gonna stop all these wild house parties now. I see.
I wish I was having some wild house parties. Let me tell you something. Y'all already know. Y'all already know when your parents is not feeling well. You know
Yeah,
you're not feeling well.
that's true. That's
You
true.
understand? You ain't trying to hump, touch, go to party. I'm not trying to do nothing until I know that
Get,
she's completely okay. So
get
we
mommy
will.
home.
Yeah.
I 100% agree with you, Tiffany.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
How's your dad doing, Kev?
He's doing good. He's still hospitalized. So
Mm-hmm.
I think he's gonna be getting out this week, though, most likely. So yeah, thanks for asking. Yeah.
Well, we praying for him a speedy recovery and to get out of the hospital, Pop.
No doubt. He got a birthday. He's a Sagittarius too, Tiff.
Oh, Sag.
Yeah, so he got a birthday coming up early December. So yeah,
yeah.
pushing
So
at 84.
please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Hit the like button, hit the notification bell so you get notified once we go live. And Tiffany, before we get started, can you do me the honors and give the rules?
We are protected by fair use only, fair use laws. We do not own the rights to the content, to the music. We just using them for educational purposes and a teachable moment. Everything that come out our mouths is alleged. So please don't run with it. Go Google it. Okay. Again, thank you. Please make sure you like because we see that people have a problem with liking, pressing the button. You can press the button for everything else. Just press the like button to put us in the algorithm so we can be able to have these conversations. Please make sure you share and leave a comment and let us know how you feel. And shout out to all that's been leaving a comment and has been watching us. We really appreciate you all.
All
Shout
right.
out to the haters. Shout out to the haters.
Uh-huh.
All right. So today we're going to talk about white Christianity and how they somehow seem to conflate white Christianity and racism. Like, I don't know what kind of God they're praying to or what Bible they're reading out of, but as far as it seems to me is that white Christians seem to think that God is okay with the KKK. And we're also going to talk about the black pastor. I'm sure you've all seen the viral video where the pastor was asking for a donation of $2,000. The woman came up to the front of the altar. She had $1,235, and he said, "I told you $2,000," and it seems like he had a problem with that. So we're also going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about Keke Palmer, a very famous actress, black actress, who has a show on YouTube, Tiff, or is it Netflix?
No, it's on YouTube. It's like a little YouTube series that she put together.
YouTube series called Southern Fried Rice. Is about an Asian girl who grew up with a black family and goes to a HBCU. And a lot of black people are not having it because they're saying we can't invite everyone to the cookout. Keke Palmer could have done a show that was all inclusive of black people, and she chose to include Asians. Asians never include us in their stuff, but we're including them in our stuff, basically is what people are upset with. Well, before we came on today, we were discussing what the Trump administration are doing in the Caribbean. I'm from the Caribbean, so this is dear and near to my heart. But for those of you who don't know, Trinidad, which is an island in the Caribbean, and Venezuela are very close to each other. As a matter of fact, if you go to a high point in Trinidad, you can see the coast of Venezuela. So the two, you can travel by boat between Trinidad and Venezuela. So the fishermen,
I never knew that.
yeah. So for the fishermen from Trinidad. They fish the same water as the Venezuelans. So far, the Trump administration has killed 32 fishermen. 32. So that's 32 families that have been devastated. They're
Carl, get
claiming
out of here. And Trump is running around here saying that he's killing drug dealers and
this
he's killing fishermen.
fishermen. If think about this, Tiffany, if they had drugs, why would you blow up the entire boat and all the contents when you board that boat and seize the drugs as evidence?
Right? Don't you supposed to take it as evidence before you persecute and kill?
Yeah.
That's I feel bad for the families.
So
I just
you're not seeing it on the news here in America, obviously, and never going to see it on CNN or MSNBC but in the Caribbean on the news, you're seeing families crying and screaming because their dad, their mom, their uncle, their aunt, whoever went out fishing to, make a living for the family, and now they're dead. For what? Nothing.
Nothing. I
And
don't know what the end game is, man, but there is an end game to this, Carl.
yeah. Also, Trump has asked the island of Trinidad. I think there's already aircraft carriers in Trinidad. The Trinidadian government allowed them to bring their boat, the air car. I don't know what kind of war they're planning to start. If they're gonna start some kind of war with Venezuela, but they are American aircraft carriers in Trinidad. The Trump administration also wanted to bring the aircraft carriers to Grenada so they can be close in the area so they can also start their war with Venezuela. The Grenadian government has not said yes to this. The Grenadian people are like up in arms. They don't want America's warships in their waters, or they don't want nothing to do with this war. So that's what's going on. And the fact that 32 people have been killed, 32 fishermen who were just are dead, and nobody cares. I mean, people care, but I mean, it's just business as usual for this Trump administration. I swear and I hope to God, there's got to be a God to make these people pay for what they're doing. They have to suffer for what they're doing. I hope there's somebody watching, some higher power that's not happy with what these people are doing, and it's just sad, and I know I feel it because I've been to Trinidad several times. I have friends in Trinidad. I've been to Trinidad when I was a kid to play sports. I played cricket. We went to Trinidad on a tour and played cricket with Trinidadian friends here in America, and I have Trinidadian friends that I hang out with. So, but how do you just kill people just because you can? And that's basically what they're doing. They're just
and not having no evidence
no.
of why they're killing them. And we need answers. I know the family need answers. I saw something on the what's this, the Times, the Sunday Times. Some parents of a fisherman killed in the strike. Like, they want to know. The family want to know what's going on and why are their family being murdered by going to get fish. If this is, I don't, it's like you said, it's more to what it is, Kev, like you said, and we pray that a higher power takes care of this, because this is ridiculous. I feel so bad for the family. You go out to get food, your family go out to get food, and now they coming back in body bags and boxes and stuff.
I hate to break the news, but this is nothing new. This is what the United States of America has done for decades. We
Right.
go into other people's territory, we bomb them, we take over, their land, we take over their oil or whatever, their minerals. There's something there that the United States want to get their hands on, and they're just using this as a way to
As
get
an excuse.
get it and get it. They just want to get it and whatever they want. We don't know what they want, but it's something that these people want, and they want to go in and get it, and they're just going to
Right.
use it as an excuse to go in to do it. And like I said, I watched a video on TikTok. The guy made a lot of sense. He says, uh, Trump is just trying to normalize this type of behavior. That way, he can drop bombs on his own citizens, mainly brown people, and say, "Hey, they were drug dealers. We blew up the car full of brothers in Chicago because they had drugs."
That,
You know what I'm saying? So it's all, I mean, it's all going to come full circle back to Black Americans, Black and Brown Americans. Unfortunately, you know, I mean, but they're probably something over there they want. You know, this country has been doing this since the '50s, right? Going over to other countries and taking their stuff from them. You know, that's why Haiti is in the position it's in right now because America
and
went
other
over
countries
and
too.
stole all their stuff. You know, so yeah, we've been colonizing and stealing from other countries for decades and decades. It's just it's what America do, man. It's what our
It's a
government.
part. It's a part of their
That's
DNA.
why we're so hated around the world. That's why we have to take our shoes off and our belts off when we get on airplanes now because we done effed up so many people, you know, over the years. Everybody hates us, and now everybody, you know, it had nothing to do with us personally, but we're
No,
Americans,
it don't
so
have nothing to do with us, but they need to check their people too. You understand? Because y'all allow foreigners to come in there and buy stuff instead of rent. You heard what Castro said. He said, never let nobody come in your country and buy stuff. Okay? He said, let them rent. Okay? Because they'll feel like once they buy it, they can take it over. You can't do that. You can't do this to these countries. And you're 100% right. It's we don't know what is the end game or what they want over there, but it's sad because people are losing their lives in the process, and he's over there in the White House tearing down half of the White House. You know, I heard it's the actually the female the wives
the vice
area.
president,
He
yes, yes.
tore that down to build his 999 seat daggone ballroom, which he's gonna name probably after himself. We don't care about no goddamn ballroom. You got people out here hungry. You got the government shut down. People having nervous breakdowns about their food stamps. And it's about to be Thanksgiving. Yo, I'm telling you, this is real. This is some demon time.
Oh, snap, and food stamps, all that, all those programs are coming to an end in a few weeks. So yes, you're right. You know, all that stuff is done basically. It's over. If you have SNAP or food stamps or anything of that nature, it's going to get cut off. You know, and you know, so a lot. You know, it's going to
And
be bad.
people
It's going
need
to be bad.
those. People need food stamps. Food stamps is very helpful. Okay, we
Yeah,
know
people
Pretty
do.
Bitty. I done had food stamps, and they're very helpful because everything is expensive, y'all. Everything you go into a store and get 4 or 5 pieces, and that's already $100 damn. You know, like everything is going up around us. But our pay is not going up around us. Our economy is going up around us. And we out here is struggling, robbing Peter to pay Paul. So I send prayers out to our people because regardless to what, we're gonna survive, but we're gonna struggle. We're gonna be struggling.
I think they're going to realize how many white people are on welfare and who use SNAP and all the benefits. I mean, they're
Oh, you just took the words right out of my mouth. Go ahead,
Right,
man.
white, yes, white people get. But you want to hear something? Are they gonna cut the Jewish people, the Jewish women's food stamps? Is they food stamps getting cut too, or you're just cutting off black people food stamps and the what the rural areas of what are y'all cutting off the Jewish women food stamps too?
They're cutting off everybody's food stamps. Here's the deal.
Long as they cutting off everybody's and not being, oh, we're not gonna cut off theirs.
I,
because
I think 64% of white people. I saw this stat on several things, and 64% of white people are on food stamps. It is like 32% black and 16% Latino. So white people are there are more white people, as Carl said, on welfare and SNAP. And these are people that voted for Trump in Oklahoma, Tennessee, Georgia, West Virginia, Ohio, you know, Kentucky, places like that, where white, poor white people or middle class white people that are Trump supporters are going to lose, that went and voted for this guy last November, is now going to lose their health insurance. Eventually, they're going to lose their SNAP and 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 all that stuff. They lost all of that stuff just because they hate amigos that much. You know, we hate Latinos.
Yo,
Let's get rid of the Latinos. You know, but now you're getting rid of now you're losing your shit because you hated another person so much. You know, it's so stupid.
did you hear about the young black sister that they trying to give her 10 years for using SNAP benefits to bake cookies to get cookie ingredients to sell? They trying to give her 10 years, and you got Brent Favre over there. the welfare queen over there robbing people, low income people in Mississippi, taking their money, and y'all about to lock this lady up for 10 years for buying ingredients for some cookies to sell? Y'all need to stop.
Mm-mm-mm.
Well,
Yeah.
and this, I mean, clearly you can see this administration is going after black and brown people,
Oh,
right?
amen.
How many black people are in the administration? All those tap dancers that were tap dancing for Trump, how many of those did he appoint to any position of, importance? None, not zero, none.
Oh no, he wants his. Listen, he said make America great again. He wants everything to be white, everything. They are removing every black person they can and putting it back with white people. And you know what? This should be a wake up call for black people. It's been time for us to be supporting ourselves. And you right, Kev. I'm looking at the racial makeup of SNAP participants.
Yes.
Whites get approximately 46.1% of food stamps. Blacks get only 25%, 0.5.
Yep.
Hispanics is 20.6,
Yeah.
Asians is 2.7, and American Indian and Alaska natives is only 1.8. So they make up the whole majority of getting food stamps, not us. So he's cutting food stamps out of their mouth again. I hope he's not just doing blacks and minorities and keeping the food stamps for the whites, for the white Jewish people.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna kick the show off with one of our topics, which is white Christianity and racism.
It
Even makes sense, you know.
don't even make sense. It don't even make
No,
sense.
it does make sense because you got to remember when we came here as enslaved people from Africa, the only thing they was able to give to us to control us was the Bible. They also took out certain things out the Bible too to
Yeah.
make us just know certain things, and we couldn't read it, so we're just listening to what Master say and tell us to do. When we did have church, Master was sitting in the back making sure we didn't learn too much. But what happened was Mr. What's the guy that him and the white guy John Brown, Nat Turner, he wound up seeing the reading the one with Moses, let my people go.
Hmm.
And that's what started that big thing where they was trying to kill up everybody because they was like, listen, they've been feeding us the wrong thing. So the Bible has been the control of people for a long time, especially white people. And they really think it's okay doing what they're doing and following God, but they don't know it's not.
Oh, Tiff, before we get off topic real quick, I have a question. And
Yeah, go.
I don't want to prolong the show or get off topic. How are you feeling about this election, this big election in New York City coming up? Just curious, because you live in New York City. That's why I'm asking.
Tiff.
Look, Carl, you see me over there trying to act like I didn't hear him. I'm
No,
like,
I'm just
listen,
curious. I know you're the only person on the panel that lives actually in the city, and this is a big election. I mean,
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's so mixed up. Like some people hated Adams. You know, people don't like Cuomo. People want Mandani. You know, it's like a mixture of like love and hate. You know, we don't need them. Get rid of him. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know who Mandani is. He just came out of nowhere. And
right?
then when I did hear him speak, he was quoting Martin Luther King was for, and I don't like when people start quoting Martin Luther King stuff. My thing is quote what you're gonna do for people, black people. What are you gonna do better? You understand? But you already know they cannot do that. They can't say, "Oh, we're just gonna do this for black people." You have to make this a universal thing. You understand what I'm saying? So, we already found out that Adams is endorsing Cuomo now. You
Yeah,
know,
I saw
so
that.
that's a big thing. What we'll see when the polls, come. I'm gonna be honest, we got Trump in there. Anything is possible to happen.
Well,
Yeah.
I just thought JD Vance. I'm watching the screen here on my tablet. JD Vance makes racist remarks towards Madani about his in his anti-Muslim comments. So that's starting to happen a lot now. Yeah, they're going after the guy's religion now, and so they're getting desperate. I don't know much about him either. I don't live in New York City, but whoever the mayor of New York City is important to everybody because that's the biggest country in America. So New York City's success is everybody's success in a way. That's why.
Right.
So it's an important election for America, not just for the city. But yeah, they're starting to JD Vance and the right wing people are starting to go, make racist comments towards the guy. I don't think that's the way.
I
I don't
like
think
with
it's the way to
him.
go. That's the way. I don't think that's the way to go. If you don't like his politics, go
they're
after
gonna
his
do that.
politics. I know, but go after his politics. Why are you going after the guy because he's a Muslim?
No,
That's
I'm gonna tell you what I did like, right? When they did a whole talk with them and they was asking them, what are you gonna do when you win the what you call it? Everybody was like, go to Israel, go to Israel. He said, I'm not going to Israel, I'm staying right here in America and help my people. And that's the only thing that he would get a vote for that one. Because he already know he can't take his ass to Israel. Because they already don't like you. You understand what I'm saying? They might hurt you or something like this. So that was the smartest thing he said. Stay up behind in New York and help New York. So he'll probably get a vote for that one. Because everybody else was like, I'm going to Israel. I'm going to Israel. I'm going to Israel.
Yeah, but I think he meant that though. He meant I'm the mayor of New York. Why am I going to Israel for what? I'm not the mayor of Israel.
That's right.
Right. Make a lot of sense.
But
it makes a whole lot of sense.
But what I will is about Mamdani getting or whoever, whenever a minority gets a high position, they know that they're being watched. They know if they mess up, they're gonna say, "See, we gave you Muslims a chance, or we gave you blacks a chance. Even women, we gave you women a chance." Any person in the minority group that gets elected or gets in a position, whether it's CEO, manager, you have to do an excellent job. If you want more people, if you want more people like you to come after you, you got to make sure you do a perfect job. So I'm sure if Mamdani becomes the mayor of New York, he's going to make sure that when he's done, then another mayor who's a Muslim or whoever from the Middle East, they're going to get a chance because America is quick to say, "See, we gave you Muslims a chance and you fucked up, so no more Muslims."
Right.
Well, we better hope he do the right thing for all people, not only Muslims. Because New York is not only Muslim, it's Christian, it's Jewish, it's so many different cultures. We are a melting pot of everybody. So you have to be able to deal with everybody and have your religious. It has to be separate. You have to separate. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's not going to work like that.
Exactly. All right, so we're going to kick the show off. So we're going to start. This first clip is of a white man saying black people should be happy that they were brought over here with slavery. Otherwise, we would have been in huts in Africa. And they don't need reparations. Our reparations is that you get to live in America. That's your reparation. Be happy that you get to live in America.
Thank you, white daddy. Fuck out of here.
The clip is about 3 minutes long, but I'm not going to play the entire clip because it's just the guy who stitched it.
Thank you. My blood pressure couldn't take it anyway.
Yeah, I can't.
Buckle up.
If slavery never happened, then you would be in a grass hut.
Yeah.
Right? Well, we need reparations. Your reparations are that you get to live in America. You're welcome. You're welcome.
You get to have the Christian religion.
That's
live
right.
better than your ancestors.
The greatest moment in history for any brown or black country is the moment that the white man's ships arrive on your shore.
Let me tell you about what black.
All right. So be happy. All right. And now the next clip, this is this brother stitched it. I might let most of this play, but
that guy is cool. I watched some of his
I like him. So this is the pastor of a church.
Evangelical Christianity has always been rooted in racism and always been rooted in white supremacy.
Somebody was coming into our church and they're black, and would they be eligible for membership in our church? Yes, of course they would. They'd be eligible for membership in our church. But would they be permitted to participate in, embody, and practice what I would call black culture generally in our church? The answer is absolutely not.
With all of the evangelicals using Charlie Kirk as a martyr.
Call Charlie Kirk a modern American martyr for the faith.
Is due to the white supremacist ideas that he upheld.
Why? Because the characteristics that mark black culture as a generalization in evil, murderous, violent, bestial people. They steal, they kill, they destroy. They are sinful to the core. They have besetting sins that are like fatherlessness, sexual immorality. They molest children at a high rate. All of any criminal statistic that you can look at almost pretty much without.
When I think white culture, I think genocidal, colonial, racist. I think mass destruction of nations, culture, places, and things, theft of people's ideas, people's culture, people's things. I think the highest rates of child sexual assault are white men. Bestiality is white men. In family incest are white people. But the list can go on about how you're using statistics incorrectly and just lying and being very racist towards black people while welcoming black people into your white church for white people and want black people to be white. It is insane to me that you can be and say you are a Christian and a man of God and be a pastor. You're a pastor and you're coming online and you're spewing hatred, racism, and just straight up fallacies about black people, all while upholding mass shootings, violence, sexual assault, mass theft, destruction. The list goes on of what white culture has done to the world and what white people continuously do to the world. But you want to vilify black people on your platform because you are reaching out to the sentiments of white racist people on the right in this country. Because, like I said, white evangelical Christianity is a form of religious extremism. And that's what's at the forefront and the top of this country. America is a religious extremist country in which white people get to be extremist. And it's just okay. You get to come on and espouse this hate, this hateful message. I want to drive home, guys. This is a pastor. This is a pastor. This is a pastor. So a pastor coming on and not being very Christ-like is not any form of Christianity that's real. These people are in a cult. This is a cult. This is a cult. This is why the Proud Boys, the KKK, all these people come out of this version of Christianity because it's not Christianity.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow the Black Therapy Show. We in a safe space dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Because we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know it can't be Carl and Tiffany, you have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We giving you empathy, we gon' challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God up above. No, it's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show. Let's go.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I'm sorry, Carl. I done looked up the statistics to that.
Tim.
Now, I don't like when pastors get up there, because that was that same pastor that allegedly said black people should be stoned. First of all, nobody want to come in your church because I don't feel safe there, okay? I don't feel safe around a lot of white people. It makes me nervous, okay? Y'all do a lot of stealing, taking, killing, and stuff like that, so I don't feel safe, so I'm not coming to your church anyway. But federal citizen data says white people are 55.1% are the ones that's doing the molesting and the raping, okay? Hispanics is 15.2. Black Americans is 13.9, okay? Native is 13 point, and other races is 2.8, okay? And that's just the sentences from perpetrators. We don't even want to get into the sexual violence statistics. White people are 57%. Now, this is all Google. Go Google and smoogle it, okay? Because I don't know where this white man is getting his information from. How dare you say we are the most violent people we are the most violent people? Y'all the one that started all this violence. Y'all came over, y'all took us from our land, and thank God we survived, because we are survivors, okay? We survived when we came over here because our own people sold us. We don't want to get into our own people selling us, but we survived. We are here. We was not raping. We wasn't killing and separating families. Y'all was. So how dare you try to cover up with your religion and say that we are the most violent people? Y'all disgusting.
But my thing with him is he said that's black culture. He said that's black culture. Black culture is killing, stealing.
That's not our culture. Our culture is survival. We've been trying to survive in this country for over 300 to 400 years after everything y'all done did to us. And if we learned if we doing all that stuff, we learned it from you.
But Trump did say, remember when he went to DC, that the black people were born criminals. These people are born criminals. So this.
So what are they? What are they?
Yeah.
They are our children. They need to be slapped. To be honest with you, they starting to get on my nerve. When you sit and you hear these what they call them, evangelicals, get up there and spew this hate. I mean, come on, are y'all serious? And if they check their DNA, they came from us. I just can't. I just can't. But go ahead, Carl. I'm sorry. I just had to get those statistics up. Because I hate when they go up there and say all these false things and they're not true. But the statistics is showing, especially when y'all getting locked up. And we can't even imagine how many of y'all out there doing it and haven't even been locked up yet. Raping and molesting your children. You sit over there talking about us and we causing violence. But not one time, you people, because I'm going to call you people, y'all not dealing with the violence of these young kids going into these schools having school shootings. Black people don't go in doing shootings at schools. We don't do those things. Y'all do those things. Y'all teach our children how to be killers. And when they kill y'all, oh my God, it's the black people.
It's funny. Yeah.
Go ahead, Kev.
No, I was saying it's funny you say that, Tiff. There's a story that's trending right now. TMZ broke it for some reason that this kid. You heard about this, Carl? You live in Connecticut. Some kid killed his mom in Connecticut today. Did you see that?
Oh, today?
Yeah, I think it was today. I saw it online. I'm online while we're doing the show, looking at news articles and stuff. But yeah, TMZ broke a story. Some kid killed his mother. He's been arrested. But yeah, I'm just piggybacking off what you said, Tiff, because I just saw that about 10 minutes before we started the show. I saw that this kid killed his mother in Connecticut, Carl. I don't know what part of Connecticut, but in Connecticut. Yeah. So yeah, you're right. We don't do the stuff that they do, man. The molesting. They lead all statistics in murders, rapes, molestation, everything. I mean, they are the leaders in all of these bad things. Drugs, drinking. Everything, So I don't know how they try to put that on Black America. I think before the show tonight, Patricia and I was watching a couple of Dateline NBCs today, and it was same thing, man. These people killed this man, these white people killed this lawyer, and then another wife killed her husband for his killed him insurance money. Yeah. So, we see this every day, man, and then they just act like we're so bad, but they're just looking in the mirror at themselves and they want to blame us. I was telling somebody, I was debating with last week. I said, you blame Black people for gang violence? I said, gang violence started back in the 20s and 30s with the Italian mafia, and Jewish men, and Bugsy Siegel was Jewish. He's the guy that invented Las Vegas.
Ku Klux Klan is the gang. The sheriff and them overseers are the gangs.
Exactly.
They started all of that. Why do you think we had to put together something so we can have protection to protect our community? But as soon as you saw that, you was like, oh no. We gotta cut them down. And that was the Black Panther. That was the Garveyites. You understand? That was the Nation of Islam. When they started standing up and fighting for their own self and for their people, oh, these are gangs. These are horrible people. No, we had to form that because we was being brutalized.
Well, they have to create this narrative in their head that we are evil so they can, brutalize. They can, that's why, Trump is doing all this stuff. He's going to all these black cities and, sending in the police because he wants us to come out and react and act violent so he can have a reason
to take us down. You ain't lying.
I mean, come on. You really think that white pastor or white people in general, you really think they think that we are the most violent when they know their history, but they somehow keep telling themselves, and this is what I've found since I've been living in America, that white people see, it seems to me, they think if they keep telling themselves the same thing over and over again about black people, that's somehow going to make it true.
Mm-hmm.
But I think in the back of their minds, they know they're full of shit.
They know the deal. They know that they was the one that messed up the whole thing. They know it was them. They know that they are the violent ones. Like you said, I think they say it to themselves enough that they believe it, and then they spew it to their children, to their family members. You understand? If you say you listen to white people that are not, they found out that their family was racist and stuff like that, they'll tell you that it's a learned behavior. They learned this in their home. And you want to hear something? We're not hateful like that. Do you think we sit in our home and sit there and talk about white people like that? No, we're trying to survive in this white world. That's what we're telling our children, is to survive. We don't pure no hatred and all of that. I ain't never heard my mother say hate black white people. Not one time I ever heard my mother say that.
I have said this many times on the show. I have never been a part of a conversation with black people, and I've had hundreds, probably maybe thousands of conversations with black people about race. And not one time have we ever advocated violence against white people. Not one time have
Not
we
one time.
ever, we hate them, or let's go get them, or let's go hurt them, or no. It basically comes out to every time, what the hell did we do to these people? That's all. That's the only.
Paul Mooney already told you, man.
Getting away was part of the plan.
Getting away was part of the plan. That's what we did. We got away. We learned to read. We learned to provide. We learned to make money.
That's right.
We
They couldn't
learned,
control us anymore.
we learned to be great in things we're not even supposed to be part of. We learned to fly airplanes. We learned to be lawyers and doctors. We invented stuff that they use every day.
We are
Like,
super black power.
yeah, all the stuff that we've invented, so much stuff that this country benefits from, and they hate it. And that guy that pastor needs a history lesson for real. He should come
He
on the
need a
show.
black history lesson
Yeah.
too, and he needs to go to Henry Louis Gates. He has a documentary, and this is for everybody. And he talks about black churches and how it started, how it began from slavery to where we at today, and how how our slave masters dealt with us with Christianity and how they controlled us. It's a big thing, and I don't think they do the history because they're so used to being closed-minded. They're just like the Trump supporters. Remember the Trump supporters we had up on there? They only saw this. They didn't see nothing wider. They didn't see nothing a little bit. They just see this is what we see, and that's all we see. So listen, we can't
Well,
change everybody.
it doesn't help when you got black people like this out there making videos.
All right, so every time I come to an area that's nice, the thing that they have in common is that there are like no black people around, and I am dead serious about that. And I know that people are not going to like me. You're going to be talking crap about it, whatever. This is the reality of the situation. I'm in Boston for work right now. I'm at the waterfront or seaport or whatever it is. And I was just walking around. It's nice. It obviously looks expensive. There's nice restaurants. Everybody's just chilling, like families. Just everybody is acting normal. And I'm just like, oh my God, there are like no black people here. And when I mean no black people, I mean none. All right. Like I'm the only one that I've seen that's not like some kind of employee, right? And then there are the people that are here from out of town for the conference that I'm here for. And it really does remind me, like it makes me think of, well, why is Miami Beach so chill? Why is Miami Beach so quiet? Again, there are no black people. And I'm not saying, but I'm just saying this is something that I have observed in the places where people are calm, people are chill. There's just a sense of community. Everybody's just vibing. It's really, really cool. Every time I have that experience, there are either zero black people or a bare minimum of black people. You can do with that what you want to.
You know, that flaming Cheeto get on my nerve. Let me tell you about that flaming Cheeto. He has good points, and then he goes back to this flaming Cheeto coon shit he be doing. I don't like him. He needs to stop. Because first of all, you one of them signature, what do you call it, signature black boys, where you're the only black one in the group, and they actually talking about you. And the only reason why they're comfortable with you is because you gay, and they know you're not going to sleep with their wife. Ah, take that. I'm
But
sorry.
but here's the thing. I mean, yes, there's groups of people from every single culture, or that have people who are not part of the elite. And why do people believe that small part of Black culture is the entire culture? The majority of Black people that I interact with, or I have interacted, they're married, they have kids. They, you know what I mean?
I know good Black people.
I know that though. There's
I'm a good
some,
Black people.
so why do people like him? He knows better. You can't tell me him as a Black person grew up in a Black family and have not seen, Black people who are married, who have regular jobs, who just go about the business, who can sit quietly and listen to jazz music. We're not all twerking and listening to, that kind of. But for some reason, people like him, and how do Black people get that mindset where they agree with,
I
He's brainwashed.
I don't believe he believes what he's saying, Carl. I think it's a money grab. Being a Black conservative pays a lot of bills. Candace Owens, Diamond and Silk, all of those people made a lot of money being Black conservatives. It's a hustle. Like being a preacher sometimes can be a hustle. You can actually. I'm not jumping on all preachers because we're gonna get to that later. But I know there's good preachers out there. But a lot of these guys are pimps in the pulpits, right? As they say. So, but no, I mean, I don't believe he actually believes what he says, and if he does, he'll get a rude awakening one of these days. Look, here's the deal: Charlie Kirk will still be alive if he spoke at Howard University.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
As an actor, yeah.
So that dude can talk all the smack he want about how violent Black people is. Charlie Kirk would be still alive if he spoke at Howard University.
Yes.
So that proves my point right there.
Again, we don't condone violence. How he got shot, it was horrible. But everything that he said, it just came back to him in the way. He talked about Martin Luther King. He got shot in the neck. He talked about single fathers, that is destroying, single mothers having no fathers in the house is destroying the Black home. Now your wife have no children, no father in the home. Like, I mean, you talked about gun violence. Your last word was gun violence. So my thing is, if this is not a wake-up call to be careful what you put out there in the universe, I don't know what it is. I really don't.
Well, I mean, I think there's a reason why we as black people, because we have to put up with so much shit.
Yes, right? We do.
And I'm going to show you a video, and I know these kids are going to be traumatized. These are some Black kids who were just trying to go into a supermarket to buy some snacks. And the supermarket, and one of the security guards was Black. We're stopping the kids because, of course, they assume group of Black kids, they're going to steal. And luckily, this Black woman showed up, and she took over. So here. But I'm sure these kids, they're going to grow up thinking that they're less than. Not going to have power about themselves.
Yeah, I do. I would love to speak to her because this is some bullshit. And I know our kids still feel jacked up. I want to go talk to them down here. Hold on. Black people at the door stopping Black children. You too? Hello, sir. What are you standing at the door for? To stop the Black children from going into the store? You think white people do that to white men? I want to know, do you think that white people do that to white children? They don't. Always these coons, man. Always. Y'all want something from the store? How y'all feel about not being able to go into the store? I'm sorry. I was just defending y'all. I'm pissed off that they got Black people at the door stopping Black kids from going in the door. Do you think they got white men at the door stopping white children? No. But they always got these house Negroes doing that to our children. Do y'all want anything from the store? Yes. Let's go. Let's go. They with me.
Take them all in.
I am. They with me. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go down the snack aisle. Y'all please don't rob me blind, but y'all get something that's not too expensive. Okay, get something, all right? Get you something. Are you the manager? Who the manager? Please page her. Go ahead, get what y'all want. I'm right here. Get what you want. How you doing, baby? Yeah. No, nothing happened. You need something? You want something?
Like from here?
Yeah. Get something. That's good. I'm getting them something from the stove.
You know, that make me think about back in the days when I was growing up in Brownsville. Anybody that is from, have a little neighborhood, we always had a candy store, black owned candy store that we sell snacks and stuff, and we would go to these stores. And I appreciate them. And we don't have them now.
Yeah.
Now we have these big corporation stores, and now they're, how can you say, not letting our young people go in there. And don't get it twisted. I know it is some bad children out there that is off the hook, and you don't even want them near you. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, sometimes I don't even take the bus at a certain time in the morning and the evening because I can't deal with disrespectful children. But you cannot do that to children. They want to go and get something to snack on or something like that. And I like that that woman took the time and said, you know what, y'all come in here, come with me, y'all come and we'll go do it together. Don't take nobody's stuff. You just got to teach them. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm glad that she did stand up for them. But this also teaches us we need to have our own stores that our young people can come in and get their little snacks and stuff with their little hard, little working money. They be getting chores and making their little money, and they should be able to have no problem and not be stereotyped as soon as they come to the door or have a coon at the door saying, no, you can't come in. Why you can't assist them and help them get their little stuff and send them around about their way? That's it.
I mean, and those stores have 50,000 cameras. They got cameras they got cameras on every aisle. They got cameras in the meat section. You can't make a move in a supermarket without a camera on you. So, and they got people upstairs watching. They got security walking around dressed in plain clothes watching. So if you think the kids are going to steal, if you want to say, hey, keep an eye on those kids, but you don't do that to kids and make them.
Yeah. Don't accuse them of nothing until you see them doing it. If you don't see them doing it, they just children. Or you can tell them before they go in here, make sure y'all got your money and y'all keep people's stuff in their stores. That's it. And that's the first thing you're supposed to teach your children anyway. I know that was the first thing my mother taught us. You don't steal shit. You don't take nothing from nobody. You don't take nothing from out of these damn stores. Because if you do, I'm taking your ass back. Okay? To give it back.
Yeah. I mean, if let the kids in, watch them. If they steal something, okay, now you got a reason to say, hey, you know what I mean, but whatever. But just because they're black, you said they can't come in, man. And those kids, that's some trauma they got to deal with.
Yeah, but that's the world, though.
No matter what store they go in, they're gonna feel. You know what I mean? I feel, and I talked about this on the show before. When I go into a store in the wintertime, even though my hands are cold, I keep my hands out of my jacket pocket because I know if I kept my hands in my pocket, they're gonna think I stole something, and they're gonna stop me at the door. It's gonna piss me off, and then some shit's gonna happen, and then the police are gonna all of that. I think about. I just can't keep my hands in my pocket because I know I'm being
You
watched.
just don't want to be a suspect, and you don't want nobody. And that's what we have.
Exactly. Right? So imagine what those kids are dealing. Now, no matter where they go to shop, they're going to feel like, you know what I mean? They're not going to be comfortable. That's a shitty.
Do we feel comfortable? And we grown ass people.
Exactly.
So we gotta teach them. They had to learn some type of way because sometimes we sugarcoat and cover up stuff for our children because we don't want them to know. But they had to learn that lesson. You understand? Listen, I went into a store. I was buying. I think I was buying something for my my coworker, getting her a little balloon. And this is a Spanish store, and they lucky I ain't go in on them because I don't see no black people working there. It's only Spanish people working there, but y'all getting all the black people money. But I got the little balloon. I paid for the balloon at the cash register. Do you know when I walked out the door, I'm walking out the door, the Spanish security guard gonna say, "Did you buy that?" I said, "I know you're not talking to me." And he like, "No, mommy, I'm just asking." No, you go ask her. And I want to write in a review about him. And then I called the boss. I said, "How dare your people ask me, did I steal something? And I didn't steal it." He was like, "Calm down." No, no, no. You take my money. I'm going to flip. And you lucky I ain't giving you no daggone review. I don't like that. Don't sit up there. You think because I'm black, I'm going to be stealing a little balloon?
Yeah.
It's crazy, but we have to teach our children that. We are always looking like the suspect and we don't do anything. You understand? And it's sad that we have to teach them that because you know what? White people don't teach their children that. Asian people don't teach their children that. Jewish people don't teach their children that. We have to teach our children that we are always going to be looked at as the suspect. So always be on point.
Yeah, man. Let me shout out Gina Gina's in the chat. Gina and I actually spoke on the phone today. We chatted for like 2 hours, right, Gina?
Hey, Gina.
Yeah, so Gina, she says happy birthday to you and Kev.
Blessings. Thank you.
Thank you.
Donna, what's up, Donna? Donna's coming in as Beijing girl. I don't know. She doesn't even know why, but that's Donna. Nicole Coates is in the chat also. What's up, Nicole?
Hey, sister.
Highly Favored is also in the chat. Scooby Doo is back. What up, Scooby? Scooby
Doo.
Scooby is saying, could you explain that point, please? It goes over my head. Scooby, you want to clarify what point you didn't get that went over your head? Not quite sure what point you're talking about, but something we said Scooby Doo did not understand. We have to give Scooby the white version.
Yes, I was about to say, you was about to say it right out my mouth. We have to give him the white version.
Yeah, okay.
We'll be glad to explain it. Trust me.
Tell us what it is, Scooby.
The white version.
So we're gonna move
you gotta
on.
break it down.
Yeah, so we're gonna move on to I don't know if you guys seen the viral video. Those of you watching of the black pastor Marvin Wayans.
Marvin Wayans is not only a black pastor. His family are legendary gospel artists, the Winans. They're like the Jacksons of gospel music. That's the best way to put it. All
Did
of
they
them.
start with Jimmy Swaggart or they started with Tammy and what's the name? Tammy and what's her husband name? Jesus.
Tammy Faye and what's his name?
And her husband. My mother noticed. Oh, I'm
Jim Baker. Jim Baker and Tammy Faye Baker.
Yes. They started with one of them.
Oh, they did? Okay, I didn't know that. But yeah, they've gone on and had amazing careers. I know, is it CeCe Winans?
It's CeCe, BB and CeCe are the brother and sister that they did duet together.
CeCe broke my heart because I'm a huge fan. And she did a most amazing song with Whitney Houston, by the way. They did an amazing song.
Which they sound alike.
Yeah, but come to find out she's MAGA. She's a big Trump supporter. Yeah, big Trump supporter.
Back be hurting all the time.
Big Trump supporter. So I was broken about that, and I can't even look at her the same anymore. Big Trump supporter. But go ahead, Carl. Yeah. So I have to let you know they're legendary gospel family. The Wayans, and a lot of these guys, I didn't even know this too, because they've been in the music scene so long. Carl and Tiff. I didn't know that. I didn't know they're doing pastor duties. You know, I just thought they were just singers who, they made a lot of money singing. All of them probably millionaires just from singing over the years. But I didn't know that they were pastors. Like the same thing. We had the same conversation 2 months ago with the other black guy that was what's his name? Never should have made it. What's his name? When he was begging for money.
Marvin Sapp.
Marvin Sapp was in the same boat 2 months ago, and he has a church. So all of these guys that we see are singing, I'm thinking they're just singers. These guys are pastors. They got churches out here, man, that they're pastoring churches. But yeah, Marvin Sapp got in some hot water what, 2.5 months ago for the same thing that we're about to discuss with Marvin Wayans. I'm very disappointed about this, by the way, but I'm not surprised. I'm gonna get in his ass. Let's do this.
The guy that said lock the door. That was the guy that said lock the doors.
Yeah, that was Marvin Sapp.
Again,
That was
are y'all
Marvin Sapp.
surprised?
That was Marvin Sapp who said lock the doors. We're taking his money, and then now we got this dude. I saw the clip, man. I was just blown away. Two things blew me away. I'm sure you're gonna show the tail. First of all, who the hell giving the pastor $1,200? And that's the hell I wonder. Who the hell has $1,200 to give to a pastor? Please call me up. I want to know who has $1,200 laying around and going, I'm giving this to the pastor today. And second, the fact that wasn't even enough for him. He's like, oh, that's not what I asked for. I asked for $2,000.
But the way they frame it, Kev, the way they frame it, I'm sure you're sowing a seed. So if you want God to bless you and you want God to do what you want your prayers to come true, you have to sow a seed. You sow a seed of $1,000. God would he would do what you want for that $1,000. If you sow a seed of $500.
I've been a victim of this, Carl. I remember watching this TV preacher way back in the day, man. He's come on at like midnight, 1 in the morning. I'm a comedian. I was getting home late, can't sleep, cut my TV on. And they had this white pastor, man. He's a white pastor. The dude had so much charisma. I was watching this dude every weekend for months, man. I'm gonna Google him in a minute and tell you who it is. I can't think of his name right now, but he actually got busted. And I don't think he went to jail, but I think his regime of ripping people off is over because he was what's his pastor name? I'll Google it while he's showing the clips and stuff, man. But yeah, I'll tell you who this guy is, man. I used to watch this guy, and I just thought he was the coolest guy in the world, man. And he's like, send the money, and God's gonna do this to you. I'm like, man, see what I got here for this cat, man. I'll put that money in an envelope and send it to him. I'm gonna Google this dude, man. I can't think of his name right now. I was so pissed off to find out that this dude was a fraud too, because he had me good. He had me going, man. I was a big fan of him, man. And I'm gonna Google it. The problem with Googling TV preachers to rip people off is thousands will pop up.
I had to call the Bible banger who's married to Jesus, my mother. So I had to call her to find out, hold on, who did the wine and start with. She said they started out, the first time she saw them was with Tammy Baker and Jim Baker.
Okay.
They had they television ministry. And that's where the first time I ever saw them at. And it was the whole wine and family singing.
Okay. Kevin, Scooby D2 said he doesn't understand what you mean by if Charlie Kirk was at a black, with an HBCU, he wouldn't have been shot.
I'll be glad to explain it to you, my friend. What I'm saying is people like Charlie Kirk, who made a very good living traveling the country, telling people that black people are the most violent people in our society, he would have been safe sitting in front of 5,000 black students having a positive conversation with them about how to be better, how we can all get along and make this a better place to live for everyone. He would have been embraced by black people. Nobody would have took a gun and shot him in his freaking neck.
Because we don't do that. We don't kill
That's
white
what
people.
I'm saying. He would be, if he was speaking at Howard University for 500 black students on the day that he was killed in Utah, when he was surrounded by 5,000 white people and killed by a white man, he would be still alive because no black person would have shot him, for starters. No black people in that crowd would have had any animosity to shoot him. They'd have listened to him. Even if they disagree with him, they'd have listened to him and went on about their business. That's what I'm saying. This guy was so hostile towards spreading lies about our community when he actually would have been safer in our community instead of the community that he felt so safe in. Do you understand that? Let me know.
Basically, what Kevin is saying, black people are nowhere near as violent as white people.
Thank you, Carl. I don't even want to be that blunt, but yeah, you got it, bro.
In a nutshell. I mean, history is right there for you in the history. History tells you right there. All right, so here's Pastor Marvin Wayans at church asking for $2,000 the parishioner said I only got $1,235. That ain't enough.
I, Roberta McCoy, given faith and stand in unity with the vision of perfecting church of sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participated.
Now that's only $1,200.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna work on the other 800.
Well, that ain't what I asked you to do. Now listen to me. If you're giving the 1 plus 1, if you're giving 1 plus something else, we're going to come back and get that. I just want the 1 plus 1 to come. If you're on the finance department and you're prepared, come now and let's give God praise as they come.
I give in faith and stand in unity with the vision of perfecting church of sowing this seed of $1,625 plus $375.
I, Pastor Marvin Winans.
So fun fact, Pastor Winans used to be my pastor, but he's not my pastor anymore. He still is my mother's pastor, though, and I've been trying to release her from the shackles of that church. That church has been being built, and we've been told about that church since I was 4 years old. I used to go to another mega church that's in Detroit called Straight Gate. We went there for a while. Then when I was 4, my mother went to a church called Via Dolorosa. After that, we started going to Perfecting and Via Dolorosa hand in hand because my mother worked Sundays. We only started going to Perfecting if it was a Sunday she had to work and we would miss church at Via Dolorosa. But from the very beginning, me and my siblings were trying to tell my mom, like, Ma, he not using y'all money for that church. She used to tell us, leave her alone, all that. For the last 10 years, that church has been sitting on Woodward and being an eyesore. It still has the same things in it from 10 years ago. All I can say is he added windows. Okay? All he's added is windows. But I'm glad that this video is going viral and him saying what he said to the lady. Because now, I'm starting to slowly release my mom from the shackles of that church. She took my kids like 2 weeks ago, and I met her up at the church during the second service to, just listen to the word and grab my children. I kid you not. Like, it's not just him. The people who go to that church act like that too. The amount of just negative people trying to talk to me because I haven't been to church in a while, it was just insanity. Yeah, but this situation, I'm finally starting to slowly release her from the shackles. It's cool.
So here's comedian Ricky Smiley defending Marvin Wayans, saying that we didn't see the entire video, and if you watch the entire video, you would understand why he said what he said. And
Ricky Smiley is a goddamn drag. He does drag at church. He needs to stop.
Now I'm gonna see how many of y'all gonna share the full clip. See, people can take a small clip of anything and come to a conclusion, but now here's the full clip.
We're going to do this a couple of ways. Those that have the 1,000 plus 1, that means you're coming with your 1,000 that you're giving plus you've asked someone else to give. Now, you don't have to stop at 1,000, and we're going to deal. So, in other words, if you say, Pastor Winans, I'm coming with my 1,000 plus another 3,000, then you'll say that. You understand? And if you didn't get plus 1, but you maybe came with $250, you're going to come say that this is my 1,000 plus 250. You with me? And we're going to go all the way down. So I need you, in order for this to work, I need you to come when you're called with the offering that you're bringing.
What are your thoughts? Because you know what I'm saying, man. We have to be fair to people. Now there's a full breakdown. That gives it a total different. That's totally different from the clip that's been floating around. You can always take a teeny tiny clip of something and make judgment. I almost did. I was like, wait a minute. Then I saw this clip and I thought it would be fair to put everything into context. Here you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
This is the same guy that wanted to play Money Mike on Friday. You know, I can't. Anyway, again, he asked for $1,000 from his congregation. He's still, and we are in a recession. We are on a shutdown, and you asking people for money like that. Listen, this is not the first time, Carl. This is not going to be the last time of these churches doing this. But the question is, where's the money going? Is it for the roof fund, or is it for mental health? Is it for food programs? Is it for something, schools, supermarkets? Where's this money going to? I wouldn't have no problem donating money if I knew that it was going to benefit our people. It's going to benefit our children. It's going to benefit the future. But you're not gonna get no money out of me like that. No, no, no. I mean,
Marvin Wayans' net worth is $5 million. By the way, that's what he's worth. $5 million.
and he's over there asking for $1,000 from people that's struggling.
Well, I don't think they're struggling. If you give them somebody $1,200, you might not be struggling. But the fact
I was
that
thinking about that too. Maybe he knows their money because a lot of these pastors ask for people's income tax. Did y'all know that?
no, I didn't know that.
Yes, they do. They ask to look at their income tax form. I can tell you that when my family was affiliated with Pilgrim Baptist Church, okay, every year they sent them a write out, a progress report of how much money they done put inside the church, okay. So when we needed them, and I asked them, I remember my father, mother, and father had to put at least about $15,000-$20,000 in the church in a few years that they were there. But when my mother and father got sick, and my mother and father said, you go to the church, they will help you. The pastor said he couldn't do nothing for me. So that's why they would never get no money from me. Because if it's not going to people that really need it, and it's just going to whatever fund you trying to make, I'm not giving you my money. I'm not surprised at this. They've been doing this for a very long time, especially these mega churches.
The guy that ripped me off that I used to watch, I Googled him, is Pastor Robert Tilton. That dude, man, that cat used to be on my television at 1 o'clock in the morning. I swear to God, man. And I used to sit there and watch him, and I believed everything that came out of his pie hole. And I sent my money to this dude, man. But it was years later, I was dating this girl, man, and she told me, because we used to go to church together, and she was telling me, about Robert Tilton. I used to follow him and send money. I go, so did I. And then she told, wait a minute, do you know about the thing? I didn't know he got busted for all this. They say his ministry is bringing in $80 million a year. He had a church in Dallas, Texas. It was bringing in Robert Tilton bringing in $80 million a year. That's how much money this cat was making from people sending him money, watching his TV infomercials. At 1 o'clock in the
We're in
morning.
the wrong business.
Yes, we are. 80 million a year for sending out.
I got Jesus' girlfriend, my mother, up at the house. We can make some money. She'll give you a prayer and some numbers and everything.
Hey, he sent me a prayer cloth. He sent me a prayer cloth that he
you got a prayer cloth.
He personally prayed over it. He told me, "I'm gonna send you this prayer cloth and personally pray over it and send you this prayer cloth. You just send me what you got." I was like, I got about $100 here, Robert Tilton. Oh man, that dude got me good, man. But yeah, and it's it's a shame, man, because there are good pastors out here. There are good pastors out here that are doing the work, man, but they're not speaking out against all these guys that are doing the dirty work. If they don't speak out, if they don't come forward and say, hey, I'm putting in good work for God and for people, and these guys, the Robert Tiltons and Benny Hinn's of the world, all these guys making all this money, man. These, what's this guy? The other guy that's living like freaking Jay-Z right now. He's making so much money, man. These guys are loaded,
But they're not giving back to the community, Cap. What are they doing for the community? I don't see no community centers. I don't see no mental health facilities. I don't see none of that. That's why they can never ever get my money. And let me tell you something. I told you some years ago, I had went to Hezekiah Walker Church. And I love Hezekiah Walker because he's a singing church. I love some songs, okay? But I saw him accumulate almost $50,000 in about 15-25 minutes from his congregation. And most of his money was coming from them elders and them seniors. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Mm.
And y'all still on this one corner? No. So again, when the church started taking faith-based money from the government, they changed up. The church was a pillar for us. We needed the church. The church helped us. The church helped us so much, especially mentally and spiritually. And we had a connection. We had a family. Now, once they started selling their soul to the devil, and letting anybody and their mama be pastors and preachers, these freaks, okay? Because half of them is freaks, okay? All of this stuff going on, no, I'm not supporting people that's not for the people. And this is why the church is failing in a lot of ways, just because of stuff like that. And I like the Winans. I really like them. I grew up listening to their music and stuff, but I don't have no time for you to be asking for money, thousands of dollars, and no, you're doing too much.
Not with all of them. Not when all of them are most likely millionaires, and they should be at this point. They've been singing since the '80s, making hit records. So yeah, most of these guys, like I said, are millionaires. These Winans, Cece and her brother, you know, they got all sorts of stuff going on. They still touring, making money, podcasts,
Yes, they are.
all sorts of stuff. So yeah, these guys they out here making that money. I ain't mad at nobody making money at all. I'm just saying you gotta get back to your community and don't take from broke people. Don't be taking money from broke people that's out here struggling, to pay your car note, Pastor. Any pastors watching the show, call in.
Yeah, because we want to know.
Question: Somebody's asking how Waylon B, is that how you pronounce that? Waylon B from YouTube 999-8999. How did he get your address, Kev? How did that pastor get your address to send you that prayer cloth? You sent it.
Oh, I volunteered. I was a victim. I was a victim of Robert Tilton. Google Robert Tilton when y'all get a chance. His stuff will pop up on YouTube and all that stuff. I was a victim. I used to come in from the comedy clubs in the wee hours of the morning, turn my TV on. This is back in the '90s. Wasn't a lot of TV, a lot of stuff on TV back in those days. You know what I mean? Cable wasn't yet set in the way it is now. So you cut on that TV, and there it was, Robert Tilton
Church
preaching
thing
to
coming up. Who
Robert
was
Tilton
the
preaching
other
to
one
you.
about money? Who was the one? He was always talking about money.
Oh, which one? You mean the black or white?
It was a black pastor, and he was.
Oh, you talk about the dude out of New York. The one that had the Benz. I mean, had the what's his name? He used to tell you. He used to say. I know exactly talking about. I can't think of his name right now. He's out in
Gotta
New
find
York.
him.
He had the slick hair. What's that dude?
Yes. What is his name? Somebody in the comment section.
What you're
Please
talking
tell
about?
us.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't.
I'm gonna find out.
I can't
Who was
remember.
the prosperity preacher, black out of New York?
Yeah.
I'll find out what Reverend Ike.
Reverend Ike, yes.
I used to like Reverend Ike. Reverend Ike is like bad. But he was real good though. He didn't front though. He let you know he was a prosperity preacher.
Yes, he did.
And he was but he also said people in his church was doing well too. So I don't mind the preacher driving a Benz and living in a nice house, as long as his congregation is getting it too, So if you doing good, your congregation should be doing good.
That's right.
You can't be living in a mansion, driving all these fancy cars, and your congregation is living on Snap. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, you just said it. And you know what other pastor I really like? Bishop Price. Bishop Price from California.
No, yeah. He passed away not too long, but yeah, I just watched him. He was
He
real. He
was
was real
very
good.
positive, and he talked about Black history. He
Yeah.
built schools. Like those pastors is not what they are today. These
Price was the
pastors
bomb.
is flashy, or they trying to buy this Benzes and all that stuff, where they was trying to get schools and helping people with education. It's like a whole different era of pastors, gritty
Tiffany,
ass pastors.
hey Tiffany, his son got in trouble though, right? Because Pastor Price passed away, and his son took over
Right,
his
a few
church.
years ago. Just a
Yeah,
few years ago.
and then his son got in trouble for being a dirtbag. Like yeah. Google that when you get a chance. Yeah, his son ended up in some controversy of stealing money or something like that. So yeah, he wasn't. His dad left him a nice legacy, and he's kind of screwed it up. But yeah, no, Pastor Price was definitely one of my favorite people to watch back in the day, man. But no, Robert Tilton got me good, man. And now here he's living in Miami right now, married to his third wife. That's what it says here. This dude's
I'm with Donna on this. First of all, that pastor could have just said thank you. Regardless, even if she said I got $2, he could have said thank you very much, and she could have go sat back down. He didn't have to do all that.
I agree 100% with both of you.
Yeah.
No doubt. 100%, yeah. You're 100%
Ricky
right.
Smiley didn't put that up. That's why I said I can't take none out of Ricky Smiley, because I will always remember what Cat Williams said. How you coming up here lying and your son just passed away? You should be over there grieving. Okay? You over here lying on people's platforms. But yeah, he didn't have to. He said, but thank you for what you given. God bless you. And tapped her head and moved her on. That's it.
Yeah. You know,
Don. No, you're being greedy.
Yeah. Donna said, why is someone announcing how much money a person is giving? Why? Who cares? You know, why is that so public? You know, and two, why are the church people condoning his behavior and laughing? Because you heard some people snickering when he said what he said.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Those are, yeah, you're right. I heard it. I heard them laughing and snickering in the background.
People is church. Okay.
Donna said she would have taken her money back and left and walked out. Like,
facts.
So I'm with you on that, Donna. Like,
I wouldn't have took my money back because I wouldn't have been in line giving nobody $1,200. Nobody getting $1,200.
I know God will bless you, but again, we need to be careful where our money go. A lot of us be getting got for our money when our money can be going other places. So there is nothing wrong with donating and giving to your church and you feel like they deserve it or whatever. But don't give up your hard-earned money that you got to pay rent and buy groceries with and hoping that God will bring it the next day. No, God didn't raise no fools. Okay, it's nothing. Again, there's nothing wrong with giving to your church. Let me tell you, when I go to CVS, they be like, "You want to donate to the kids that was?" I said, "I already got my sister's children. They beg every day. That is my donation. I'm sorry, I can't take care of all the people's kids."
All right, so we're gonna move on to our next topic, which is, if you haven't heard, actress Keke Palmer has a new reality show on Netflix. It's a Netflix series. It's called Southern Fried Rice. It's about an Asian girl who was brought up in a black family, who got accepted to a HBCU, and the story follows. And
you got the trailer?
Yes, I do. And a lot of black people are not having it because they're very upset with Keke. They're saying, why are we bringing this Asian woman into HBCU? You never see black people in Asian spaces, but black people are always welcoming. Isn't that what the Lord wants, though? The Lord wants us. Maybe we are God's people. Maybe we are the chosen people.
No, we are the chosen people. I don't know what you're talking about. We are the chosen people, and we are the most melanated people. Everybody comes from us. But I understand, in a way what they're saying, but then in a way I'm like, to each his own. I know an Asian chick that she's blacker than us.
Black people are always welcoming to anyone.
Yeah, we always welcoming people.
If somebody Asian moves into a black neighborhood, black people are like, oh, hey, good morning, how are you? Good to But if somebody black moves into a white neighborhood, it's a lot of whispering and what are you doing here? And
you on the board, they calling on the board like, listen, we gotta get these black people out of here.
Yeah. So
what's the name of the housing board they be having for the
HOA?
Yeah.
Yeah. But we are just so welcoming to every group.
We just let them right on in, and then they kill us. Did you see that when that black boy? When that white boy was it Dylan Roof went to the church? We welcomed him in, ate with him, and everything, and then he killed them. Yes. Like, we gotta stop being so welcoming.
Yeah. So a lot of black people are upset with Keke, and so here's a trailer, and then here's some black people's thoughts on Keke.
All right, say cheese. Cheese.
Okay. I know I got some explaining to do. I got it. Let's start with the elephant in the room. Yes, I'm Asian. Yes, my family's black. And yes, I've always been hard to miss.
This is Coco.
College is what you make it. Once you immerse yourself in the opportunities here, I'm sure that you will find W has so much to offer.
To hoe or not to hell.
Don't forget who you are.
Coco, that girl, Jackson.
For a lot of people, this is hard to understand, but Black culture is the only culture I know.
Okay.
Tiger, tiger. Pride, pride. You know.
For every person that prejudges you, there are dozens of people that can't wait to get to know you.
Yeah. That's why I chose Rat University. So I could be with people who get me. So that I could figure out who I am beyond the comfort of what's familiar.
I'm gonna say this, I love Keke Palmer, but what the fuck? As a former HBCU student, I love that you're creating a show surrounded by our culture. But the fact that you dropped an Asian woman, an Asian girl, smack dab in the middle of that shit and centered the fucking show around her, oh baby, what cliff did you jump off of? Let's just think about this right now, Keke girl. We had an Asian person decide that affirmative action did not get them into the college they wanted to and blame black people for it. And all the while it was white kids that were called legacies. Then we get to this election and we find out Asians vote heavily for Republicans and Donald Trump. These mofos can't stand us half of the goddamn time. And you centered the show around an Asian person. Not a Blasian, an Asian that was adopted by a black family. And trying to discover herself at an HBCU. What, bitch? What? I could have got on board if it was a black girl that was adopted by an Asian family or adopted by like a white family and grew up in an upper class area and she was trying to find herself. And so she applied to go to an HBCU and she got in and she got smacked in the face with her fucking culture and she's trying to adapt. Because there are a lot of black children that get adopted out by other cultures and other races of people and they don't know how to be black. They don't know what black means and then they go out there and they try to find themselves. I would have been happy with that shit. Now, I know this was produced and created by a black person and we should support black people no matter what. But Keke girl, I can't get down with this shit. Not in the climate that we are in, not at the shit and at the rate of stuff that we're dealing with. Affirmative action gave leeway for diversity, equity, and inclusion to be snatched from us. And that was directly from white folks and Asians. We are battling for our lives right now at HBCUs and you think we want to see that shit? That is not uplifting to us. I don't know what y'all was thinking, but y'all need to go back to the damn table and try again.
Yo, Keke Palmer is bugging the fuck out. I'm not even gonna hold you. Yo, this whole Southern Fried Rice show is just like, it's just another minstrel show that we are handing over to white people on a silver platter, just selling them our fucking culture and giving them the fucking permission and ability to humiliate us and perpetuate all of these stereotypes on a broad scale on fucking national television with the permission from a fucking black icon. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, when are we going to learn from the errors of our ways and all of these mistakes that we keep making of like exporting our culture and selling our stereotypes back to black people? Like, this whole shit where they make the Asian girl go to college, she go to the HBCU, but her best black friend ends up pregnant and she got to work at Walgreens for the rest of her life. And she gives the Asian girl her chain and day and she walking around with 5-7 chains on and saying a whole bunch of black slurs. Like, this shit is so fucking weird. And not only, I'm not saying that we don't actually see Asian people and people of different colors and ethnicities in our communities and they adopt our culture and all of that. Of course, that shit is real. And I'm not saying that them people don't deserve to have their story told, but it's just how you tell it. Doing that whole, the black girl gets pregnant, but the Asian girl goes to college shit. It just keeps perpetuating some of these negative ass narratives. And there was so many more nuanced topics that they could have like addressed with that type of shit. And then even beyond that, like, just the fact that we keep making this type of content as some type of entertainment says a lot about us as Americans and our obsession with race and our obsession with just black culture in general. Like, what is it about us as black people that we keep constantly like selling our trauma back to ourselves? I just do not get this shit at all. But shit, to each his own. Peace to the niggas that be watching bullshit like that.
All right. So, I mean, of course, as you see, a lot of black people are not happy that, but don't we as black people complain sometimes that we're not allowed into, into spaces where we want to be.
I
Don't
don't
we?
want to be in. I don't want to be in. I told you I don't trust nobody. I don't want to be in any of those spaces. But something that the girl said that was really deep. She said the girl wasn't even blazing. Okay. We have out here in East New York, and if people know, it's a Chinese restaurant that's on Linden Boulevard, and it's a Blasian black girl. It's an Asian girl in there, and she's black. She's mixed. But when she's talking, she talks real black, and you're looking at her like, what the hell is going on here? But when she's mixed. I think her father is black and her mother's white. I mean, her father's is Asian, her mother is black. But she has more Asian features. And she be in there talking, so it's not like it's not there, but she's mixed. So I get it. But for Kiki Palmer to do that where I think the girl is adopted, so she's adopted into the culture or whatever the case may be, and then her best friend can't get in because she's pregnant, but she's trying to get in. I don't know. I wouldn't watch it because I don't want to deal with the stereotypes either. You understand what I'm saying? I don't like that. Kiki is a different person. I don't think people get it. Kiki is a great entertainer. But after hearing Kiki mother go in on her baby father, it made me look so differently at them. Okay. Um, is it gonna go? Is it gonna take it places? Maybe it will. But I know I'm not watching. We're not saying it doesn't happen because you have people that try to take our culture all the time or try to copy us, be like us, and all of that. You know, I used to get mad when the Asian girl was on Soul Train.
Really?
What? I was like, why is she
I
out there
had
swinging
to
her
hustle.
hair
Watch
like
your
that?
mouth. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
I
Watch
was.
your mouth.
I used to be mad at first. I was a little girl. I was young. I didn't understand. I just saw it was black people. But what this one Asian girl is over there doing all her thing. And I didn't get it. But as you get older, you get over it. Again, like you said, Carl, we're very accepting of people.
Yeah.
We accept people. We allow people in. We don't have no problem. But they won't do that for us.
Right.
You understand what I'm
But
saying?
that's
So
who we are.
I
We can't change who we are because other people are assholes. That's who we are. Let's be who we are. That's who
right.
we are. You know, we got to be ourselves. And that's who we are. We are accepting of other people. I think from a business point of view, she probably thought it was a good idea because when people produce TV shows, and Carl, you know this, being in the entertainment industry and stuff, originality is the most important thing in some cases. And I think she was trying to do something original that wasn't done before. I mean, yeah, she could have just done a show around black people, but that's already been done a million times, right? I think she wanted to try to add something different to it. You know, it backfired, obviously, because black people were pissed off about it. But I think she didn't look at it from that point of view. She looked at it from the point of view as a producer.
Money.
As a producer, you look at stuff for when you create stuff, Tiff, when you're in the entertainment industry, when you create sitcoms or short movies or any movie, anything, you try to find something original that people haven't seen before. You think people are going to gravitate towards originality. So I think she was just trying to be original and do something that wasn't done before. That's what I
No,
believe.
okay, I get that, but still, is people going to accept that?
Well,
Just like they
obviously
were
not.
saying, just like they was, just like they were saying that black people was attacking Asian people. You remember that a few years ago when they
Yeah,
made a
yeah.
little crime thing bill for them? First of all, we would never attack Asian people because we watched karate pictures or when we was young. We swore they all knew karate. So we never messed with them like that. So when they out there saying that black people is beating up Asians, you a goddamn lie because we don't do that. You understand what I'm saying? So now you got this Asian sister adopted into this family, and now she's going to a HSBCU. I don't get it because I'm gonna be honest, I'll be looking at her funny too. Like, how you get up in here, girl? What you done did? You understand what I'm saying? But I would have rather her deal with mixed people. You understand what I'm saying? Because you have a lot of people out there that are mixed and they are dealing with, they don't know if they black or white or black or Asian. You understand? They have all these different things that they go through. Now, if she would have dealt with that, maybe it will be so much better because we have so many mixed young people that are going through that are going through the struggle of trying to figure out who they are. You just put this pure Asian girl in a situation. She's not Blasian, she's not mixed, she's not none of that. So again, I wish that she would have did it another way where it would talk about topics that we really need, and that's our mixed people that are mixed and they trying to find their way in this world. But no, she went and found her an Asian and put her out there. I want a
You know,
white child.
since I'm thinking about this as you speak, you probably know the number one consumer of Chinese food restaurants are probably black people.
I believe it. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't eat
I don't
their
think
food no
nobody eats
more.
at Chinese food restaurants more than black people.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
they
just
make
feel
a
like
lot of money off of us, but do you see Chinese people coming in our stores?
no,
Okay, see,
hell
that's
no.
my point that I'm making with a lot of things. People from the West Indies, Africa, what you call it? We are money. We are black gold. They know we will buy. You understand what I'm saying? We will buy. We will buy. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what's going on. They know that we are the top consumers, but they will not support us. That's why, as I get older, and I hope that people thinking about it also, we need to stop supporting people that don't support us.
So wait a minute, you're saying a person that owns a Jamaican restaurant, for example, would not come to a soul food restaurant if Tiffany and Carl open up a
Not
soul
all the
food
time.
restaurant?
Not all the time. Not all the time. I was in the.
I'm just asking.
Not all the time. I was in
Yeah,
the.
I'm gonna push back on that, Tiff. I think we have never, and I've been in many. Well, I'm around Caribbean people all the time, and we have no problem shopping at Black American stores. None.
What Black American store did you shop at?
But any that we see, like whatever it is, whether it's a soul food restaurant, whether it's a shoe, whatever.
I'm okay. So let me just give the example of what I went through.
Yeah.
We have a store that's in Canarsie.
Right.
It's a West Indian store. And I will go in there faithfully because across the street is the white store.
Right.
But I will go in there to spend my money with them because I'd rather spend it with them. Now, the place where I work at, they did a breast cancer walk. And they came to the different stores to get like little donations. Do you know they would not give the people nothing? And what bothered me is that these same people come in there every week and buy balloons, they buy this, they buy that, and they will not support them.
But that's
And I stopped supporting them, huh?
That's one store. That's that.
No, it's not only one store. Africans don't come into Black American stores like that.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Tiff.
I didn't say all. Please don't get it twisted. I
No,
did not say
I'm not getting it
all.
twisted, but I think a large majority do.
No.
Might be a small minority that don't, but don't.
Small, very no.
You know, but I never got that sense, and I'm being honest. And you know what? I've been honest, but I've never got. I have admitted that when Black people from the Caribbean and Black Africans come to America, they look down on Black Americans because they feel that they're not doing enough, they're not working hard enough, all of that stuff. But
they don't support us enough.
As far as
I'm sorry.
I've never
I
seen.
Never had an African woman come to me.
But I can't tell you what your experience has been.
Right. Everybody's experience is different. And again, we need to support each other more. You know, when we support each other more, we can be able to have more. And what I'm straight from Brooklyn. You understand what I'm saying? And I be around all different walks of life. I even had an African sister that I got her a job and I asked her for 10 cents. She wouldn't even give me that. And I got her job. You understand? So my thing is, you don't support me, I'm not going to support you. You understand what I'm saying? And we should all be like that. You support me, I support you.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, so we're gonna get ready to wrap it up. But have you ever seen? You would think if a guy was in a wheelchair, Kev, he would be the nicest guy, right? If you met a white guy, he was in a wheelchair.
Right? I don't know what you're talking about. I work with elders, seniors, disability, and the worst ones be in the wheelchair. They will run your ass over.
Here's a white guy in a wheelchair. Think he would be one of the nicest people. You know what I mean? You would think.
Yeah, you would think.
Please.
stupid Spanish around here
Speaking
when everybody
Spanish.
else is English speaking American.
But I'm speaking to my mother in Spanish because that's her language.
I don't give a Shut up.
And out of nowhere, you just come out and say
Shut
something
up.
like that?
Shut up.
Wow, unbelievable. Mike, that is sad.
You.
So my family that's also all military, fought like you did.
I don't give a
lost limbs.
Learn how to speak English.
Unbelievable.
Live in America.
I'm just as American as you are. And I don't.
What
And
you
I
are.
don't have.
Leave me alone.
Dude, I don't have to put up with this. That's the
Leave
bottom
me
line.
alone.
I need an apology.
Shut up.
I will as soon as you apologize.
Shut up.
Sir.
What's going on? This guy's harassing me. Because he won't leave me alone. I'm telling him, leave me alone. He won't leave me alone. I don't mean any trouble. Shut up!
Apologize.
You.
Apologize.
Stop. You apologize to me. You apologize to me, you f***ing freak.
You insulted my mother. You're gonna apologize.
Oh my God.
You see how quickly he turned that around and claimed to be a victim?
He still is a white Karen sitting in a wheelchair with his whatchamacallit. Listen, those will be the ones. You don't understand how many times I kick somebody's wheelchair wheels because I can't beat them, so I kick their wheel real good. But yeah, they can be very rude. But I'm gonna be honest, the way he was screaming, how I feel sometimes when people be talking other languages and I don't understand them. You cannot be in my country and I can't understand you or talk to you. I don't like that. Don't be around me or you dealing with my mother, you talking in other languages and I can't communicate. And I'll be like, listen, talk English, please. Because if I was in your country, I would have to learn your language or I have to know your language. Now, his behavior is ridiculous. He's ridiculous. He should have rolled his ass and mind his goddamn business. You understand? And just went about his business. But no, he want to sit there and turn into a Karen in a wheelchair. Ah, he's bothering me. Ah, he's evil.
Tiffany, let me tell you something about when he's talking to his mom in Spanish because that's his mom. But I'm sure if he was speaking to American, he would probably speak English.
No, I believe it.
Because when I'm around people from Barbados, and Donna, if still watching, can tell you this, when we around other Bajans, you probably will not even recognize me when I'm talking to someone from Barbados. Because it automatically you just go into the accent and you just go into your dialect.
Yeah.
You know, I don't do it on purpose. I can sit here and I can talk like this with you and Kev, and if Donna walked in or somebody from Barbados,
you said, what up, the mind? Yeah, I understand.
yeah, I automatically go into my dialect. So, you know what I mean? Don't take it so personal, you know what I mean?
Oh, no. Listen, I be around West Indies all the time. I had to learn some type of little bit of the dialect. I just listen out for my name, Stephanie. Because they can't say Tiffany.
Funny.
I understand the brother speaking Spanish to his mom because, you know, that's what you grew up with. So, and I understand.
Maybe his mom doesn't speak English also, you know.
Most
maybe.
of them don't. Most of them, I'm gonna be honest with you. All the elders in where I work at, the Spanish elders, they don't talk no English. They just talk little English and they wave at us and give us hugs and kisses. They do not talk no English. They've been here for 20, 30 years. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna be somewhere in somebody else's country and not learn the English, but they only around their people. So this is why they don't understand. But if you're dealing with people that speak English and you working with them, you have to learn to be able to communicate. I don't want you to only know how to say, how much money? Give me money. $5, $10. You know what I'm saying? You only talk to me when I have to give you money or something. You know, no, I don't want it like that. But again, he was out of order. He shouldn't have been bothering him. He's trying to communicate with his mother. His mother is Spanish, and he shouldn't have even said anything to him. He should have rolled his ass on by.
Exactly. You know, someone said dude was in his business. Yeah, he was in the guy's business. The guy's talking to his mom and he rolls up and starts yelling at the guy for speaking Spanish. He wasn't talking to you. It wasn't like you were trying to communicate. You're trying to talk to him and he was speaking to you in Spanish and you couldn't understand. He was not talking to you. He was talking to his mom in Spanish. Mind your business.
Mind your business. He should have been like, look at his bow tie and wheels.
You know?
He would have been mad as hell. But yeah, you know, leave people alone. You know, he should have minded his business. But that's just a Karen on wheels.
Well, apparently they can't leave us alone, which I believe this in my heart of hearts. I believe racism comes from jealousy. I really believe that. I really believe the reason they can't leave us alone because they're jealous. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, that too.
We are good athletes. We're good business people. We are good
We
innovators.
survived.
We do everything. You know what I mean? When we do it top notch. You know?
And we'll do it well.
Yeah. You know? And they just can't leave us alone. Uh, here's a Karen in the parking lot bothering this black lady. The lady's just sitting in her car parked.
Yeah. I'm calling the police.
Yeah.
Somebody help me.
Help her.
Somebody help me.
Help her. Yeah, because
Somebody
I
help
already
me.
told you, don't knock on my
Somebody help
window.
me.
You're a fucking Karen. Get the fuck away from my car. Get the fuck away from my car. Get the fuck away from me, man, before I slap the shit out of you. I'm not playing.
I'm calling the police.
Call them. Call them.
I am.
Hi.
I got you on camera.
Yeah, you sure do.
I sure do.
Please get this lady.
James!
James! Come on, James!
Yeah,
Come on, James!
He's got a tumor. It's
Come
like the size of a
on,
football.
okay. Bitch, get the fuck away from me. Stop fucking
Leave me
with me.
alone.
Why are you over here at my car and don't? Bitch, get away from me. I'm not playing. I'm not fucking with you.
I'm calling the police.
Calm down! Bitch, cause you steady fucking with me. I don't fucking know you. Shit.
So that black lady was sitting in her car, and apparently the white lady wanted a spot, so she was probably waiting. It seemed like she was waiting, from what I read, for the black lady to move. But the black lady was sitting in the car, probably on the phone. Who cares? She's in the car, and she walked up and started tapping on the window for, probably trying to get her to move. And then this happened. Yeah.
I'm sorry, they be picking the right one. I'm glad they don't pick, because I'd be like, you better get out. It's so bad. Why I was at my fashion show, and my this white guy, I think he's from France or French, whatever, and the director must have told him to make sure nobody comes past this area. I'm the beauty director. I can come anywhere I want. So I go through, and he was like, Miss, you got to back. I said, first of all, back up off me. I don't have white people up on me on my face. And he looking at me, but I don't care what rules you following. Back up off me. So here go the director. Why did you do that to him for? I said, because you know I don't like white people in my face and telling me to back up and stuff. I don't know him. I don't play those things. I don't understand. Don't come close to me. Don't tell me what to do. You're not paying my bills, so don't come near me. I don't like that. Don't come. No. So I understand how she feels. You sitting in your car, minding your business, probably looking through your phone. Then you got some white Karen knocking on the window like, I want this spot. Get out of here. You better get out of here.
Yeah. But I love how then they play victim.
They always
start shit and then they play victim.
They start crying. They pull out the tears. Because remember, they feel like we are violent. And only thing we have to do is raise our voice. And they be like, they be about to pass out. But only thing we're doing is telling you to back up off of us, or you get punched. We do not want nobody in our personal space.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm telling you, we command attention no matter where we go. You walk into a restaurant, everyone turn right. No matter where we go, we command attention. We do. We just, you're just interesting people. No matter what we do, how we do what we do. You know how many times, Kev, do you get this? You drive and you pull up the red light, and you look over and there's some white person looking at you, and then as soon as you lock eyes, they kind of.
Yeah. Well, I get that. You get that even in stores, it could be anywhere. You get that lock eye thing,
Yeah.
You're always being watched, man.
I don't pay no attention to them, because you know what? Mostly when white people see me, they looking at my hair. And I gotta be careful and be like, don't you touch me. You understand what I'm saying?
All right, we're gonna wrap up tonight's show. I want to thank you guys so much. Please like and share, like and share, and subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell.
Yes.
Enjoy tonight's show. It was fun for us. We hope it was fun for you. We also hope you learned a lot of stuff. Because all we want to do every Sunday is bring you some facts and hopefully change some people's minds. And hopefully make the world, as Michael Jackson said, a better place, one person at a time. Seems like we already got Scooby and we already got Gina. So Gina and Scooby, when you guys are among the white folks at the Thanksgiving's coming up. So when you guys are sitting at the table and you got racist Uncle Freddie talking his racist shit, just and say
Get on him. Uncle Freddie. What be Uncle Freddie?
yeah. And step in and say something to Uncle Freddie. Hey, I mean, that's not cool or whatever, Because I have a white friend. She said her family's very racist, and whenever she goes to visit them, they say a lot of racist stuff, and she said she just leaves the room. I'm like, you don't stay and say nothing. You don't defend. No, she just leaves the room. I said, well, maybe you should stay, but I guess there's too many of them and only one of her, so that's her way of handling.
I wanted to shed light on something. I don't know if y'all heard that the Somalian men are crying because they can't sleep with children anymore. Did y'all hear about that?
What?
No. What? No.
Yes.
How did that happen? And why didn't we bring this up earlier? No. Haven't heard
So
this
I
thing.
want y'all to look it up, but I saw it, and let me tell y'all something so nasty. That
Hmm.
is considered molestation and rape. And if you really think it is okay to have child brides, y'all are disgusting.
Where's this
Also,
at
we need to
again?
talk
Somalia?
about the
Somalia?
Somalian men. I'm going to send y'all a link to it. They are crying. You can probably look it up right now. Come up and pop up. They are crying because they cannot sleep with have child brides now. They cannot have children as child brides in Africa, and that's too much. First of all, y'all also need to deal with the sleeping of cousins. They sleep with cousins. Okay, they sleep with cousins, and they need to talk about female mutilation. Y'all need the times has changed. It's over with. This man bullshit is over with. Okay, I'm telling you, we need to talk about that next week about these Somalian men mad because they cannot sleep with children anymore or have as brides. Did you
We'll,
see it?
we'll jump on next week. Definitely jump on the next week.
Yeah. We got to protect our children and our girls.
Wow.
Oh, you know what I saw this week too? They got this new show on called Family Secrets. Have y'all heard of it?
No.
Okay. Do you remember the man from not coming to America, the one that he was stuttering, Harlem Nights.
Oh yeah. The
His
actor.
name was Shaw. He was the
Yeah.
stutterer boxer. Did you know that he was married to a 19-year-old when he was damn near 45 years old?
No, I didn't know that. Wow.
He had 5 children with her. Her name is Dr. Zoe Shaw. She has I think 4 children with him. And she talked about her secret. Y'all need to look it up. And I did not know that. And just because she shared her story about her having a baby before him, because she came from high society and they wanted to not tell anybody that she was pregnant, and she wound up marrying him when she was 19 years old. And now I think she's 50 now and he's 73. And he divorced her because she told her truth about her daughter that she had before. So that's something to look out for. I didn't even know that. Did you know that, y'all?
No.
No.
Yeah, check it out. It's called Family Secrets.
But look at Woody Allen. I mean, he married his.
Oh, he's disgusting. That's his stepdaughter. You remember that Asian girl?
Yeah.
He used to hold her in his lap.
Yes. Yes.
And then he gets mad because nobody want to mess with him or watch movies or do his movie. You slept with your stepdaughter. You raised her and you slept with her. No, you're disgusting. I wouldn't watch Woody Allen anyway. And during this era, he couldn't even be out here in this era anyway. Now, the era of the 80s in the late 70s, they wasn't looking at that. They was overlooking that behavior. Why you think Epstein and them was able to do that all that stuff for all of those years? This is a new different time and era. This is a Me Too movement. Remember the Me Too? They not doing that. They can't do that now. But I disgusting. Is he still alive? Let's see how
Yeah,
old he is.
he's still Soon Yi was her name. I don't know
Yes,
how.
Soon Ying. Yes,
Yes,
Soon
Yi.
Ying.
Yes, and you know,
I
but
think they still together.
they're still together. Yes.
I wouldn't even trust him around my children. He's 89 years old. And he's a Sagittarius. Isn't it something? He's born November 30th. Yes, soon. He's still with her. Let me see how old her ass is. Oh, she 55.
Yeah, but
I
still
just,
though.
listen, it was all about money and
When
the
they
missing.
got together, can you find out how old they were when he started? Well, he was probably messing with her way before the public found out.
Yeah, because him and Mia Farrow had adopted her.
Yeah.
They adopted. So I don't know when they started. When did her and Sue Ling or whatever? And Mia Farrow is 80. She's 80.
And that the whole country went crazy for Mike Vick and wanted Mike Vick hung from a tree, but they didn't do anything to Woody Allen. Remember Michael Vick
Because
dog fighting?
yeah, you already know what that's about. When you are black, you can't do the things that your white oppressor do because you will be persecuted. Okay. So, and he didn't supposed to been doing that with them dogs anyway.
No.
Why would you be fighting dogs? I don't like. I'm not with violence against animals. I like animals, so I'm not with violence against animals.
All right. We're gonna wrap it up, and well, like again, I want to thank you guys. Thanks to everyone who was in
Yes.
I see Mama Lee's just checking in. What's up, Mama Lee? Scooby D2, welcome back. We missed you last Sunday. Donna, thank you for checking in. William Wigginton, I think I got that right on YouTube. Donna, who else? Am I missing anyone? Am I missing anyone? I'm
Yeah,
sure.
Rob been
Uh,
in there. Benji girl. You said Wayne.
highly
Okay.
favored Gina, Nicole Coates, and thanks to all of you for watching our show and supporting our show, and we truly appreciate it. Please
Yo,
tell
yes, we do.
your family, tell everyone about our show. The more the merrier, as they say. Before we go, Tiffany, did you learn anything tonight? Anything you want to share with our audience before we go, Betty? Bye.
I learned that I love being black. I know that much shit. I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world. Um, um, religion and racism. It held us. It was a good thing, and then it was a bad thing. Because they was able to control us. And we need faith. We need God. I tell everybody, I'm glad my mother had God in her life. I'm glad that she raised us with church in our life. And she also raised us to love all people. So I respect that and I love that. And I think that's what we lost today for our young people. They don't have no faith in God and they're not scared of their parents. So they would do anything. So the racism, it's not going to go anywhere. Why it's not going to go nowhere? Because it's in the DNA of America. And the only way it's going to start is going to start in the home. And it starts with white women. They raise these children, they raise these white children, and they have to stand up and say, no, we're going to stand against racism. Okay? That's the only way I think we're going to solve this racism. And the Kiki Palmer fried chicken, southern fried, what's that fried pork chop? I don't know what it is. Okay? Um, she should have picked the Blasian, instead of a pure Asian. That would have been better for me. She should deal with mixed race children that are struggling today, trying to figure out where they should be at. So that's what you should have did. So that's a message to you, okay, Miss Kiki. And please, people, be on point. If you don't know something, look it up. Everybody going to this chat GPT and stuff. Look it up. Its statistics will tell you the truth and nothing but the truth sometime. So definitely thank you all for being here with us tonight. We really appreciate you all because this, like Carl said, this is therapy for us. We talk about things, we learn things, and we want to share with y'all. And remember, all of this stuff is alleged. We don't own the rights to any of this. This is all educational purposes only. Okay. And please make sure you like and subscribe and share, leave a comment, and let us know what you think. Again, thank you to all our followers and people that has subscribed to us. We really, really appreciate you. And to my family, I love you. Mommy, I love you. Mwah.
All right, Kev, anything you want to share or that you?
Well, it's a devastating Category 5 hurricane bearing
Oh,
in
yeah.
Jamaica. So everybody keep their prayers for the
For
people in
Jamaica, yeah,
Jamaica,
the
especially,
Caribbean.
especially the kids out there. So yeah, man, Jamaica's in a bad spot right now. They're gonna take a direct hit. So I've been following it, and it's not good. They're saying it's gonna be Jamaica's Katrina, basically. So yeah, it's supposed to be ugly. So hopefully, it's not as bad as it's supposed to be, but it says it's gonna be bad. So prayers for Jamaica, and as far as pastors asking people for money, it's Marvin Wayans has opened up. Now they're dragging him on the internet. He's getting dragged on TikTok and dragged on all the social media things. His personal life is coming forward now because now they're saying that he's married to Vicky Wayans. He had a baby out of wedlock, for another woman. So now his business is coming out. Look, we live in a world now where everybody has a cell phone. So these pastors need to be a little bit more careful because people are filming them now. They're filming these congregations on their cell phones. These services at these churches. People put out their cell phones now and filming stuff. And now they're putting this stuff online. And these guys are starting to get caught now doing stuff. So you just gotta be more careful if you're gonna do that. Everybody's filming now. Everybody has a camcorder in their pocket now. And these guys are getting busted for all these dirty deeds. Like the cops are getting busted for doing crap with people's cell phone and them, and now these pastors, black pastors need to do better, man, because black people need you. You got to do better. The black church has always been a stable for our community, a place to go to feel safe. A place for community. The pastor, somebody you're supposed to look up to. So he's supposed to be the guy you look up to, the guy you trust more than anybody other than your parents. You trust your pastor, So, but yeah, now you can't even trust your pastor now, because
Okay.
the church is so messy. The church is so messy right now, all this so much fighting and stealing and who do you trust anymore, and
Sex demons. Don't forget about them nasty sex demons. They out there having sex with congregation, men, all that stuff.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt. The pastor's hitting a few wives out there in the congregation.
And wives and husbands.
And husbands, yeah, exactly. So a lot of crazy stuff going on in the black church. Black church, y'all need to get together because we ain't playing no more. It's a wrap. Most of y'all went and endorsed Trump anyway because y'all wanted that money. I'm already pissed off the black church. A lot of black preachers are riding Trump's, doing this, but he's paying them money though. He's giving them money.
That's what I was about to say. He's giving them faith-based money.
He's giving them money for them to sell out their people. A lot of these black preachers were like, yeah, vote for Trump, and because he sent you a check and you took the check, you're like, yeah, vote for Trump, and took the check, he's selling out your people. Now look what's happening to your people. Now look what's happening to your people in this administration. So yeah, we just got to be, it's a sad thing, man. It's a sad thing. It was a good show, guys. Appreciate it. Good seeing you.
All right. Well, I want to say Agent Orange, I'm not going to use his name. Please stop killing the fishermen in the Caribbean.
Okay.
They're running drugs. You're devastating families. And I can't believe there's no more. I can't believe you're not even seeing it on American news stations. But it is happening. So far, 32 fishermen have been killed by America, and no one cares. No one hears in this. I mean, well, I'm sure people care if they knew, but they don't know. But I watch Caribbean news, and you see families crying. Just like in America, when someone goes missing, you see families on TV crying and all this stuff, and we feel sorry for them. So it's the same thing when I watch the Caribbean news and I see families crying, saying my dad was just out fishing, and my grandfather, my mom, my aunt, they go fishing. That's how they make their living. And like I said, Venezuela, Trinidad, very close to each other. So that's why there's boats going back and forth. There's no drugs going back and forth. And like Kevin said, he saw an interview with a guy said those boats can't make it to America. Guaranteed.
Right. Yeah, the guy said, he says, no way. He said, I own one of those boats. There's no way that boat can go from Venezuela over to the United States with carrying drugs and stuff. He said, I have one of those boats and it can't do it. So yeah, so it's something else going on. Yes.
Unless they're using it for target practice, or again, like you said, they want something over there.
There's something nefarious going on. Listen, I don't believe Trump was ever shot at or shot either time. I don't believe he won the election fair and square. And I don't believe there was any drugs on those boats. In fact, I know there were no drugs on those boats. So those are my 3 beliefs. But with that said, shout out to Bridget. Kevin, I always forget your sister. Bridget's her name, right? Our sister Lee.
Yeah, that's my sister Bridget, yes.
Patricia.
Ballard. Bridget Ballard, yeah.
Bridget Ballard.
She sold the Lee name out years ago, damn it.
She didn't keep both. Some people go Ballard Lee or Lee Ballard. She didn't keep both.
She threw us through the curve.
Give a shout out to the breast cancer survivors. This was actually Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so we definitely want to give a shout out to the breast cancer survivors.
Okay, so shout out. Yeah, I have members who help with that. So yes, this is Breast Cancer Month. You're saying? Tim?
Yes, it's Breast Cancer Month. They've been supporting it. We've had Pink on all this week, this week and last week for breast cancer survivors. So yeah, this is the last week of it. Also, Halloween is coming up. And I like Halloween for the children. I like to get dressed up and have fun for the children and let them go trick-or-treating. Oh, and again, huh?
I'm stealing all their candy. They can go trick or treating.
I know you are. Wait a minute. Why they took my little nephew to a trunk and treat? You ever heard of a trunk and treat?
No.
So this trunk and treat is at a church where the church members go and put Bible verses up and give out the treats, right? While one of the trunks said it's only one ghost, it's the Holy Ghost, and they was dressed up as the Holy Ghost, this white woman. I almost passed out on the floor. I said, these people are dead serious. And while my nephew just sent me a message and sent me a picture of, I want this outfit, and it's Jason. It's a Jason outfit with the mask and the knife. I said, you better be playing Black Jesus, because I'm not sending you no money for that damn outfit. These young people is crazy.
All right, everybody. Again, thank you guys for hanging with us for the last 2 hours. Truly appreciate it. We love you. We love you. And I truly mean that from the bottom of my heart. Kevin, I love you, brother. Tiffany.
Good seeing you, brother. Love you, man.
Yeah, I know you love me, Carl.
Of course, I have no choice over you.
Yes.
At
least you know. At least you know.
All right, everybody. We'll see you guys next Sunday.
All right, peace.
All right.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow the Black Therapy Show. You in a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new for my sisters and brothers. You know, Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany, you'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We'll be giving you everything, we're gonna challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God up above. No, it's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show.